Hey everybody, today we've got the strength skill to start and then we'll get into our WOD. So for the strength and skill today, we've got 100 ground to overheads. Now, you can use anything you'd like here. So considering most of us are doing this at home, we're just going to pick up something heavy. And ground to overhead means it's going to start on the ground, it's going to end completely over your head. So as you can see, I'm using a med ball here, but you can use anything that you can get your hands on. But basically we want to start with the object on the ground. I want to finish with it overhead and fully locked out at the elbows, head through the arms so that the object is over the middle of your body. As you see, I'm starting with the ball on the floor with my chest up and knees bent. Whatever your object is, it would be the same thing. And the reason for that is you don't want to lean over or bend over so that you're loading your lower back over and over again. 100 reps is a lot, especially if you're using something relatively heavy. Keep your eyes forward, chest up. That is kind of the rule of thumb here, and that will hopefully take most of the pressure off your lower back, which is not what we're looking to do. Okay, so we're doing that 100 for time, and then obviously log whatever weight you use if you don't know the actual weight of the object and just estimate a weight. But pick something that's fun, different, maybe even hard to hold on to, but we're going to go for 100 of them, ground to overhead. Get creative with it. Okay, then that brings us to the WOD. So the WOD today, we're just doing 2 rounds. In these 2 rounds, we're going to do 3 different movements. So the first movement is going to be the burpee. In the green, we're doing 21 burpees. In the blue and the black, it's going to be 42. And then you know the burpee, it's chest to the floor, and then we come up to the feet, jump and clap with your hands over your head. That's your burpee. One thing I'd like to say about the burpee is I notice when people come up from the burpee after they are coming up off the floor, sometimes people go right to their toes. You want to get a good flat foot so you're not loading your knees and you're not all hunched over forward as you stand up. So when you come up off the floor, as you can see I'm doing here, go nice and wide with your feet. So you have a nice wide base, and then you just jump straight up from there and get your clap. And that's our burpee. So we're going to do the 21 or 42 of those. The next movement we're going to go to in the green is the knee push-up. So we're on our knees, chest to the floor, elbows fully extended. You'll notice my stomach doesn't actually touch the floor here. What we're looking for is that nice tight hollow position in the abs so that your stomach never touches the floor, although that may happen anyway. But your goal is to try not to let that happen. It should just be hands and chest and knees to the floor. And obviously, if you are off the knees for regular push-ups, you can do that here as well. But if you are moving on to the next movement here in the blue, that would be the handstand push-up with your feet on a box. So you don't have to use a box. It could be a chair. It could be the couch. It could be stairs. It could be anything that you can get your feet up on. But you're going to lift your you're going to have your legs up on the box or whatever it is. You're going to go head to the floor, elbows fully extended, push your head back toward the box or stairs or chair as you press, just like you would be if you were standing upright, pushing your head forward on an overhead press. Same thing, but you're upside down. And that is our box handstand push-up. If you can't do it with your head all the way to the floor and press up, rather than do halfway or a half rep, give yourself a target. Put a pillow down and touch your head to the pillow and press back up. So you reduce the distance of travel of the press, but you're still getting range of motion and giving yourself a target. If you have strict handstand push-ups, that's what we're doing in the black. So your feet are up against the wall, your head's going to touch the floor, and then once again you'll notice my head's being pushed forward just like I would be on an overhead press, pressing my head forward, but I'm upside down so it's backwards. But we're going to get elbows fully extended, and your feet do need to be against the wall as you lock out your elbows. So if you lock out your elbows and your feet are not against the wall, get your feet back to the wall before you rebend your elbows, and the rep will still count. Otherwise, it does not count. If you're coming off the wall as you're locking your elbows, it doesn't count. Got to have those feet against the wall. And that's our strict handstand push-up. Once again, another way we can scale that would be to put a pillow down and reduce the distance to travel. Just touch your head to the target and then press back up. Okay. The last thing we're going to do is the plank hold. So after you do those movements, we've got the 42 or 21 burpees, and then we're going to do the 21 handstand push-ups or 21 handstand push-ups on the box or 21 push-ups. Then we're going to go to the plank. So watching your clock, you're going to hold the plank for a minute. If you can't hold the plank for a full minute, then get accumulated minutes. So break it into pieces and then time-wise, get a minute going, even if you had to break it. And the plank we're looking for, the forearm plank, so hands not touching, loaded on the forearms. Keep the abs nice and tight. Keep your feet to the floor, butt slightly higher than the shoulders. And if you can't do that, of course, we'll go to the plank that's at the extended elbows, so top of the push-up position. And once again, tight abs, and that'll be our plank, looking for that minute. So it's going to be 2 rounds. We did either 42 burpees or 21 burpees, 21 push-ups, whatever variation that is, and then the 1-minute plank hold, and then we do the whole thing one more time. Okay, so we're going to end up with 2 minutes on the plank and then a whole bunch of reps with all the other stuff. And that's our workout for the day. Post your scores on Beyond the Whiteboard so everybody can see you're in there doing stuff, and we can all keep track of each other. If you have any questions on anything, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I will see you tomorrow.